Space. Today we're talking about space because ever since I was a kid, I've just been this little space nerd, right? Like I used to have these encyclopedias that my parents would get me, and I think I still have some of them in my room, surprisingly. And the one thing that I was always skipped to, like I wouldn't, I mean, no one reads a fucking encyclopedia in order, right? Actually, do you even call them encyclopedias? I don't know. They were like fact books, right? Like big fucking chunky books that had a lot of just facts about everything, literally fucking everything. And what I would do is that I would always skip to the science portion because as a kid, you're just, I think a lot of people are naturally very much into science, at least like interesting science, and the biggest topic inside of interesting science is space, because who doesn't fucking like space? It's fucking dope. Like, it's cool, right? So as a kid, I was just very into it, and I remember having dreams like, oh, I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. Well, let's just say that my kid self was kind of fucking stupid, and I'm still fucking stupid because that shit is hard. And I suck at maths, and I mean, I'm good with theoretical science, but not to the point where I have to calculate stuff, because fuck that. Like, you remember around the time where maths stopped, like physics stopped being just like theoretical, and you would have to do calculations with fucking alphabets. Like, that was about the time where my knowledge just went out of the fucking window, right? But anyway, regardless of that, I was very much into it, and I remember having so much knowledge about this stuff, like, because I would read all three encyclopedias, and I had read the space portions like over and over again. And actually, one of the books I remember was this. It was Whitaker's Guide to the something, yeah, and it was like the 2007 edition. I still remember I remember the cover, and I'm gonna try and find it and put it up on the video. So I've just always been into it. So last week, I think it's been a week, when the Mars Perseverance rover landed, man, that little kid inside of me. Okay, wait. Okay, let's not word it like that. That childish brain inside my head, it got very hyperactive, and I was very excited, and I felt like that kid again because, man, it was fucking insane. Like, just think about that for a second. Let it sink in, right? We created something. We as a species. Well, I mean, let's not give the credit of that incredible feat to all of the people in our species, because some of us are fucking stupid. But I just think it's kind of insane how we collectively have done something as cool as sending a fucking little robot, right? That can capture and send us like high definition videos of another planet. That's really fucking cool. It's very fucking cool. Like, it's insane. It's kind of fucking nuts. It's very cool. And so it got me thinking about Experience Rover, which was, if you don't know, it was basically launched in, I think, 2000. Well, not launched, but it landed in 2006 or something, if I remember correctly. And actually, no, it was 2003. Yeah, because it lasted 15 years. So it was supposed to last like, I think, 2 weeks. It was made to last 2 weeks on the surface of the planet, of the surface of Mars, and it lasted 15 fucking years. 15 years. How insane is that? Because surviving on the Mars surface is not, it's not an easy feat, and that rover that was supposed to fucking last 2 weeks survived for 15 years. And like in 2018, I think, or 17, it was finally dying. I don't exactly remember what was causing him. Not him. I think it was a him. Yeah, Experience was a him, I think. I don't know. But basically, when it was dying, it had that like speech, not a speech, but just like dying words. And like for the scientists that had worked on that rover, and it was very emotional. Like, it was very emotional, and I remember crying when I saw that, because it was just kind of, I don't know. It did make me cry. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna be a man about it or whatever. I don't care. But it was just very interesting that happened. And it got me thinking about some other things, like how there are some fucking morons that are like, oh yeah, We spent fucking $20 billion on this shit. We for spending a chunk of metal on another planet when we could have just fed children in Africa and stuff. And it's just like, I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, that's not exactly how that works. This is okay. What NASA and a lot of other space organizations do in terms of R&D or just development, it's not something that is it's something that can be built upon, right? It's something that is actually going to benefit us in some way, shape, or form, but we just don't know what shape or form yet. For example, in the past, NASA has essentially made artificial limbs. Like, that's insane. That's really good for disabled people or anything along those lines. They fucking made solar cells, if I remember correctly, which is pretty good nowadays. Like, you can have solar panels up on your roof just to mitigate your electricity bill and be be sort of planet friendly or whatever. They fucking made not made, but like the things that they made led to these things. Fucking LASIK eye surgery, and the biggest of it all was, I think, the GPS. Yeah, the first GPS satellite was launched by NASA. Can you imagine not having GPS in today's world? Like, you just go on your phone, it's a Friday night, you're at home alone, right? And you say, you know what, man, I wanna get myself some pizza, all right? I'm gonna order some pizza. So you open up your phone, you go on DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever, you get yourself a pizza. Now, the next 15 minutes, the next 15 minutes they're making it, and the next 15 minutes after that, you're just on the call with the fucking driver, like, oh yeah, bro, so you go take a left from there, you go take a right from there, and then you reach my house. Bro, do you know how much effort that is? I hated that shit because, I mean, personally, I'm very directionally challenged as well, so it didn't help my case, but it was just a pain in the ass. But now it's so convenient. Like, GPS has made everyone's life so much more convenient, all right? So it's kind of stupid to say that NASA and other space organizations are a waste of money, considering the fact that, let's just talk about America, and I'm not going to get political in this video. America spends like $700 billion on their fucking military. That's not helping anyone. I'm sorry, but most of the things that they're making are weapons of destruction, right? Most of the R&D and shit that they do, which they do, haha, I'm sorry, I don't know. There's something wrong with my brain. But most of the R&D they do it's essentially made to, kill people, right? It's not going to lead to not going to lead to the development of something good, right? It's not going to uplift us. But these things that are these other developments that are made, they can be used to uplift people and better our collective quality of life. So it's just a stupid fucking statement. And I personally think that, like, humans have always been explorers, right? Whether that was in the Stone Age, whether that's in the medieval age, whether that's now, I think we are just inherently very we're inherently just wired to be explorers. We're wired to be interested in the unknown. We're wired to venture out in the unknown. And I think space exploration is a very big part of our collective human purpose, right? Because I think it's something greater than ourselves. Because let's be real, we're not all going to go to Mars. We're not all going to shift to another planet, at least not in our lifetimes. But just the prospect of our future, think about this. My children, if I ever do have kids, they could fucking live on Mars. They could just live on Mars. 70 years down the line, they could literally just be, when they're in their 20s, 30s, whatever, they could be living on Mars. They could be living normal lives like we do on Earth, but on another fucking planet. That's really cool. That's really fucking cool. It's not going to be easy, but eventually, when we do colonize Mars, it's going to be like that. It's just going to be normal. And I just think that thought alone of spreading our human influence, no matter how parasitic it may be, is very cool. So I just think it's kind of narrow-minded how people think that, yeah, fuck it, whatever. And another thing interesting about this is, by the way, that we have ventured out quite far away in our own solar system. I think what was the rover which had the golden record? It was the Galileo rover or something, I forget. That shit went to Jupiter, right? That's kind of insane. And like we've gone that far out into deep space essentially, but we still don't know what's in the deepest parts of our oceans. What the fuck? Like we can't just fucking go deeper, but we can go further outwards. That's just kind of, it's interesting. It's very interesting. And personally, I think all of these great mysteries, they make you think. They make you think about the world. They give you a good perspective on human life in general. And I just think it's very, very sick. That's why we should do it. It's fucking cool. I personally am completely fine with, if I was paying taxes, my tax money going straight towards a space organization, just so that in the next 40, 50 years or in my lifetime, I can fucking go on the internet, right, and just see human beings doing dumb shit on Mars. Like, them just streaming it in high definition to my fucking computer or whatever the fuck they have in 50, 60 years. So I can just see human beings on the Mars fucking about doing dumb shit. That's the only reason. Even if that's the only outcome, I am perfectly fucking fine with it. I am completely disregarding like the other things like mining on the moors for mining on the moors, mining on the moon. Mining on the moon for like helium-3 and stuff, which is non-radioactive, and it's like a good source of energy for nuclear fusion reactors and stuff. I am disregarding that. Fuck that. I don't care. As long as I get to see that in my lifetime, I am willing to give out my tax dollars to this shit. I don't even pay taxes. Why would it be in dollars? I'm not fucking American, but whatever, you get my point. So I personally think that this is a necessary organization that should be in every other country, but here we are, where any accomplishment is ruined by those idiots on the internet that are just like, bro, why you spend 50 billion on this shit? We could have fed the children in Africa. Like, alright, I mean, you're not wrong, but shut up.